Hi everyone, Ashlyn here with Minister for Happiness and welcome to this week's story time. As always, I'd like to start by saying well done for giving yourself the time and space to listen to this week's story and to take the lesson into your life. And this week's story is about the Buddha. It's told one time the Buddha was traveling with a group of followers through a village and they stopped to take shelter beneath a tree. The Buddha, as always, started to teach at this time. He took the opportunity while his followers were in the shade, resting, to teach or impart a lesson. And as they gathered around, a young man passed by the group, a local villager. He was not impressed to see this big gathering in his village of all these people passing through, especially the Buddha and all of these people thinking that they knew more about life than everyone else and imparting their teachings sometimes without asking and moving through these villages and taking up space. And the young man became quite irate and angry and started to shout at the Buddha and insult him in a very angry tone. The Buddha stood there very calm and serene and listened as this young man started to shout abuse. And when there was a gap in this young man's anger and he took a breath, the Buddha asked the man to step forward. And he said, "Young man," he said, "if you give someone a gift and they do not accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The young man was a bit perplexed and he took a moment to consider the question and he replied, "Well, if I give you a gift and you don't accept it, then if I bought it, it's mine." The Buddha said, "Very wise." He said, "So if I do not accept your anger and your insults and your rage that you shout at me, then whom does it belong to but you? As you were the giver. I do not choose to receive it or take it on, so it is yours." It is said the young man brought his hands together and bowed to the Buddha out of respect for this lesson. Because in life, everything is a mirror, and just like a mirror reflecting what is in front of it, or a still pond reflecting the sky, be careful what you say and act in your everyday life is out of goodness. Because goodness will bring back more goodness or harness more goodness. And anger and hate and frustration and jealousy will only do harm. So I think these lessons are simple yet very effective. And simple doesn't always mean easy, because there are times in our lives when people say and do things out of anger or rage or guilt or jealousy or any of these negative emotions, and we don't like to receive it. And it makes us angry and it makes us defensive and reactive. And in those situations, it's not always easy to think this way and to say, "Do you know what, I'm not going to accept this." But even if this story inspires in you a different way of thinking the next time you have a situation like that, and think of the Buddha and think of the lesson and how it will definitely make a difference to your interactions. Don't receive or allow people to be nasty to you. Don't allow people to take their frustrations out on you. Decide to not accept it. Leave them keep that for themselves if that's what they're experiencing. You don't have to take it on. So I hope this week's lesson is one that you will take into your weeks ahead and into your life and your everyday. And please like and share this story, because you never know who may need to hear this lesson. You never know who maybe this story will actually really relate to, and something might have happened to them that this story puts it in perspective, or something in the future. We all need these lessons. We all need to hear these simple things that can make a big difference to our lives for the better. So please like and share as always, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And if you hit the subscribe button, you'll get notifications of the story coming up every week. And until next week, be healthy, be happy, and have the most wonderful Sunday, or whatever day of the week you're listening to this is. Until then, bye.